Alright, hey guys, this is Yoda. Recently, a bunch of hotfixes went into the PTR. Most notably, all of the major bugs with Aldrachi, at least that I know of, are fixed. So the three major bugs were, number one, Glaive Flurry was not being consumed, so Fury of the Aldrachi procced on every single Soul Cleave. That was fixed a while ago, so that's, good. VDH isn't completely broken. Wounded Quarry straight up didn't do anything, and now it works, so that's another fix, that's good. Then also, Thrill the Fight, this is the bug that was on live, was like double dipping, double procking, so it was giving you 44% increase. Now it's only 20%, as it should be, as it says on the tooltip, so no one's like worrying when we're gonna get hotfixed or whatever. Which I would say overall is about a 10%-ish, maybe more loss. Fortunately, we got Wounded Quarry now working, which is actually, as you can see on my overall from the last dungeon, more than 10% damage, and it's all on the prio target. If you watch, there's gonna be a video posted on my channel where I do the first pull of Workshop, and when I'm fighting the mobs, I'm literally funneling down a Strider Tonk one by one. They actually, like, one of them, the first one dies, and the other ones are like at 80% plus. It is actually the most insane funnel profile ever. The only problem is that tanks just in general do really low damage, so it's not that noticeable in a key. But when you're doing solo content, it is super noticeable how much of your damage is on that one target. So yeah, that's all fixed. The other thing that went in is that Feed the Demon is now 1.0. This was in earlier notes. Wasn't actually implemented on the PTR till now. So this opens up a lot of builds for VDH. This is like a standard, pretty high damage Illuminated Sigils build. But obviously we don't have Last Resort. So how do we get Last Resort? You need to drop Dark Lair Boon, for sure. Then you can either drop Cycle for it, which is a pretty large damage loss and uptime loss with Illuminated Sigils. Or you could drop Focus Cleave for Soulmonger, and then drop Burning Alive for Last Resort. If you drop Burning Alive for Last Resort, then you probably want to drop Fiery Demise as well for just like random points. There's not really that many good options. You could play Spirit Bomb, but Spirit Bomb kind of sucks with Wounded Quarry and with Aldrachi in general. So you could also play like Soul Barrier, or you could play Chains, just like this, but this talent also kind of sucks. So you kind of have like some free points. You also don't need Extended Spikes either, so you just have like a bunch of free points if you don't play Fiery Demise. I would recommend probably not doing that. If you really want Last Resort with Illuminated Sigils, this is probably your best option, even though you're going to lose quite a bit by dropping Cycle of Blinding. You could also just stick with like Fire Demise, play Soulmonger, and do this. This is also like okay, but not ideal in my opinion. If you are like me and you prefer Down in Flames, however, you have more options since Cycle of Binding is not as important for Down in Flames builds. You can drop Cycle of Binding here, beat the Demon, and then Dark Lair for Last Resort very easily. Also, you don't really need Extended Spikes here. Since Feed the Demon now is 0.35, you have a lot of Soul Gen as Aldrachi. So you can drop Extended Spikes, and you can either go Spirit Bomb, which again, is not that good with Aldrachi, and especially because of Wounded Quarry. None of your Spirit Bomb damage is contributing to your funnel, so it's like not nearly as good to push Spirit Bomb as it was before. You can put the point into Chains, or you can also drop Burning Blood and play like this. Burning Blood is 8% of fire damage. I think about 40-ish% of your damage is fire, so this is like, oh, I can't really do the math right now. It's like 0.8 times 4. It's like roughly 3% of your damage-ish will be lost by dropping Burning Blood, but some people really like Soul Barrier, so you could do that. Or you could just take Chains. A lot of VDHs hate playing without Chains, so those are so far the options I've found that are becoming available by playing Feed the Demon Last Resort. This, Down in Flames. Obviously, there were more options too with Illuminated Sigils. There are probably also a lot more options that I haven't covered here that someone else is going to figure out, so we will see as the season progresses. As far as Aldrachi versus Fel-scared, in my opinion, Aldrachi is going to be better throughput-wise. Like, it's definitely better self-healer, there's no question there. In terms of defensive strength or whatever, I would say Aldrachi has much better self-sustain. I think slightly lower uptime on meta, but with the fix to Fel-scared, like Feldev and Fel whatever the other thing is, not sharing a cooldown or sharing a cooldown now, the difference is not nearly as pronounced. I would say Aldrachi is probably, when played better, played properly, the better choice for Mythic Plus. But Fel-scared is going to be much easier to play. You kind of just run in and push your buttons. It's way easier to get aggro, first of all. That's like a major thing. And it's way easier to just not lose damage because Aldrachi is very reliant, especially from what I've seen VDHs trying Aldrachi. Aldrachi is very reliant on juggling your stacks properly, maintaining your Thrill of the Fight buff, not overriding it, not overriding your Glaive, not overriding a bunch of stuff. So Aldrachi is a bit harder to play, but I would say it is worth it in my opinion, because your output should be higher. I haven't done any sims or anything, it just feels like it will be higher. So yeah, that's the update to VDH. There was also a small change to Enhanced Shaman. So Hot Hands used to be 8 seconds long, now it's 6, which is a pretty massive hit to Totemic. I believe, according to some Twitch chatters who are referencing the Enhanced Shaman Discord, which I kind of believe, Stormbringer was already better than Totemic, so I think Stormbringer will probably be better. Enhanced Shaman seems like it'll be pretty good in the new season, but not nearly as dominant as it currently is. In the current season, Enhanced Shaman is like your most important player is the tank, and the second most important player by far is Enhanced Shaman. They just do so much damage, and they also do like a bunch of prio damage. In the new in season 2, they still have like a pretty good profile, but it's not. I would say the balance is a lot better compared to season 1. All right, there were quite a few other updates in the PTR patch notes, but these, in my opinion at least, are the most important ones, especially for the classes that I enjoy playing. So yeah, that'll be it for the video. Thank you for watching. Peace out.